Glasgow. The forum will focus on aligning environmental, social, and governance goals with official development assistance or ODA projects, particularly through public-private collaboration. Discussions will also center on the upcoming 5th Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee for the United Nations Plastics Treaty, addressing global environmental challenges such as plastic pollution. Starting next April, Busan City will shorten bus intervals and expand urban express and demand-responsive transport, or DRT services, as part of a major route reorganization plan. The city aims to improve bus convenience and competitiveness by leveraging big data analysis. Key changes include increasing urban express buses from 60 on 6 to 83 on 8 routes, introducing new routes for Echo Delta City and Gangseogu, and enhancing services in Ilgwang and Cheongwan in Gijanggun. The Busan Metropolitan Police Agency will host a policy forum on dating violence, a growing social issue, on the 20th at 2 p.m. in its main auditorium. The forum, titled The Current State and Challenges of Dating Violence, will open with remarks by Commissioner Kim Soo-hwan. Key speakers include Professor Lee Soo-jung of Gyeonggi University, among more. Following the presentations, a discussion on policy directions to prevent dating violence will feature experts from public service, support services, and the legal field. Time for international news. The war in Ukraine will mark its 1,000th day on November 19th, with a shift in European sentiment emerging. While most European countries officially remain committed to supporting Ukraine, growing internal support suggests that negotiating an end to the conflict, possibly involving territorial concessions by Ukraine, may be preferable. This shift aligns with views once expressed by former United States President Donald Trump, according to reports from the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg on November 17th local time. Time now for the weather. A cold wave warning is in effect for the Busan area. Currently, it is 11 degrees Celsius and clear. The temperature will average around 9 degrees this evening. That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Music has the power to ease stress, anxiety, and depression. It helps people feel connected, supported, and understood. It can also aid in pain management, boost physical recovery, and improve sleep quality. Music strengthens social bonds, enhances communication, and serves as a meaningful way to express yourself. It brightens our daily lives. And so, what kind of music do you feel like listening to today? Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick it off with this song, 우리 지금 만나 by Lee-sang featuring 장기하와 얼굴들.
지금 만나 당장 만나 휴대전화 너머로 찍고 있을 너의 표정을 나는 몰라 나는 절대로 몰라 만나 당장 만나 말문이 막혔을 땐 네가 웃는지 우는지 난 몰라
들어봐 그러니까 어제 너랑 헤어지고 새벽에 친구 잠깐 만나서 당구 치고 술 한잔 걸치고 바로 집으로 와서 잤어 배터리가 없는 줄은 몰랐어 그러니까 네 친구가 클럽에서 본 사람은 내가 아니야 만약 그 사람이 나라면 난 네 남친도 아니야 자꾸 뭘 걸어 엄마를 어떻게 걸어 말 막 하지 말어 일단 만나서 얘기해 집에서 딱 대기해 당장 데리러 갈게
우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 말문이 막혔을 때 네가 웃는지 우는지 나는 몰라 모든 게 들통났네 모든 게 들통났어 일단은 만나야지 만나서 빌어야지 지금은 너무나 불리해 오늘은 하늘이 왜 이리 슬프게 보일까 야야야야야야야야 배터리는 다 떨어져 가는데 너도 나도 아무런 말이 없는데 충전기는 멋대로 엉켜있는데 별 수가 있나 만나야지
왈가왈부 싸움에 지쳐 전화기 던지기 일보 직전 너 때문에 또 미쳐 올해만 벌써 전화기 3번째 바꿨어 그거 아니면 돈을 아꼈어 낚였어 너와의 싸움에 그러니까 제발 내 말 끝까지 들어 내 말 막지만 난 속이 끓어 일단 찢고 벗고 싸우던 풀던 웃어 만나 간단히 전화 한잔 하자 카라멜 마키아로 지금 바로
우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 휴대전화 너머로 찍고 있을 너의 표정을 나는 몰라 우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 우리 지금 만나 당장 만나 말문이 막혔을 때 네가 웃는지 우는지 나는 도저히 모르겠으니까 그냥 당장 만나 당장 만나 당장 만나 우리 지금 만나
So that was 우리 지금 만나 by Lee-sang featuring 장기하와 얼굴들. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to For Your Busan. I am your host, David Kim, or should I say, Divad Kim, like I did on NoTube Live, in case you're wondering what that is. I look different today, don't I? I have glasses on. Yes, I do. I usually have glasses on at home, but the reason why I have glasses on today, and you'll see me with glasses for the next 2 weeks actually, because I will be getting, an eye surgery done, and they told me not to put on contact lenses for a while, and so that's the reason why. Well, anyway, back to the topic of music. Do you guys enjoy listening to music, or do you prefer singing it yourself? The last time I sang a song was probably like half a year ago, maybe more than half a year ago, at a 노래방 with a few of my friends, even though I can't sing very well. But, there are so many genres of music. There's rock ballad, and then there's country and jazz pop, and so many genres. What's your favorite? My favorite song to sing is very different to the ones I listen to. I like singing rock songs, but then I also love rock songs too, listening, yeah, but, I also like to listen to hip-hop or pop. Now, Busan holds a special place in the history of Korean popular music. During the Korean War, it became a hub for music, and from 1960s to the 80s, it was at the heart of Korea's music scene. Now, many legendary singers hail from Busan, reflecting its rich musical heritage. Now, you can explore this history firsthand. The Busan Modern History Museum is hosting the original Downtown Music Walk on the 30th until the 1st. Actually, 30th and the 1st. This program includes guided tours of Busan's original downtown, exhibitions, and live performances, and highlights will include stops at the Hyunin Song Monument on Yeongdo Bridge, the Gyeongsang Province Lady Song Monument at 40 Steps, a music listening cafe in Gwangbok-dong, and the museum itself. And after the tour, you can enjoy a small concert at the museum's special stage featuring songs mentioned on the walk. And best of all, the program is FREE free and open to everyone. So you can sign up on the museum's website and just experience the essence of Korean popular music. So welcome to the show once again to For Your Busan, and good afternoon everyone tuning in. I see lots of people have tuned in and texted greetings to one another on NotTube Live. I see, let's see. We have the usual folks, Benny-nim, Kate Like Tunim, Pure Bride-nim, Busan Aja-nim. Let's see. Welcome to the show, guys. First of all, Sangmin Park-nim and 성예린-님. 오늘 데이빗 안경 쓴 모습이 낯설어요, said 고수님. 성예린-님 asked if I eaten the 삼겹살 over the weekend. Actually, I did. I did eat samgyeopsal over the weekend. Why do you think I ate samgyeopsal? Is it because I sounded like 장기하? 장기하 목소리 진짜 똑같네요, said 성일음님. You guys heard me singing that? The opening part of it? 지훈하님, welcome to the show. Texting in, I love to go to 노래방. 다들 감기 조심하세요. It is getting colder. Yeah, it dropped by like 7 degrees today, didn't it? And I heard in Seoul it's freezing cold as well. But yes, please dress appropriately and please do not catch a cold. 오늘은 손이 시릴 정도였습니다. 맞습니다, 성일이님. My hands are kind of freezing cold. Time to maybe put this leather jacket away and bring out the parkas. Maybe. Anyway, welcome to the show. We've got lots of segments coming your way. We've got Busan Is Amazing, our daily segment, where Hong Dang comes in and gives us news updates. And then we have DJ Short for David's Journal, and you get to discover what caught my eye today. And then we have Busan Hot Places, where we get to meet with Jimmy, who's got to go check out some cool events, and he's going to tell us all about that. In the second half, we have On the Mic segment. We get to listen to the stories of Busan locals who are interviewed. We also have our Busan's Tale. We get to listen to Haley giving us a storytelling segment. And then Quiz Master time. I'll be asking you a quiz. You have to guess it right. And if you are one of the right chosen ones, you can win a prize. And of course, every single day, we need your help on choosing today's text topic. So if you have a text topic suggestion you'd like to shout out, give me a text at pound 9050, 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message or NotTube Live. We'll take a quick break and we'll go right into our first segment, Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
We now have Hong Dang joining us for our Busan Is segment. Good afternoon.
네, 안녕하세요. 월요일입니다.
Yes.
갑자기 추워진 월요일입니다.
Yeah. It is cold, isn't it? And I really
네.
love your blue-colored coat or jacket.
네,
Looks
네.
really nice.
감사합니다.
Wow. 색깔이 막 튀어요.
그래요?
네.
야, 하늘하고 같이 이렇게 있으면 보호색을 띠겠군요.
Yeah. You're like the sky.
네.
Sky of
파란색
Busan.
좋죠. 네. 예쁘게 잘 나오네요.
Sky and also 뭔가 바닷가 색깔
맞아요,
똑같아요.
맞아요,
네, You
맞아요.
blend right in.
네. 자연과 닮은 색이 가장 아름다운 것 같습니다.
Yes.
예. 이번 주부터 그러면 겨울인가요?
그럴 것 같아요. 뭔가 그렇죠.
맞아.
딱 월요일부터 이렇게 딱 추우니까
맞아요.
뭔가
시작. 이렇게.
많이 추워요.
네, 오늘이 아침 기온 부산은 한 4도?
Wow.
낮 기온은 13도 정도에 머물렀는데 내일은 그래도 아침 기온 8도.
Oh, not bad.
네, 그리고 낮 기온 16도로 오늘보다는 조금 포근하겠습니다. 근데 겨울이 아니라 사실은 가을 이맘때의 예년 기온을 찾아가는 거라고 볼 수 있겠죠. 지금은 좀 이상적으로 좀
따뜻한.
네, 너무 따뜻했어요.
그죠.
네네.
So I guess the temperatures are kind of normalizing back
네.
to yearly average temperatures.
네, 제때 정말 겨울에는 춥고 여름에는 제때 그냥 덥고 하는 게 큰 축복이라는 걸 올해 유난히 많이 느끼게 됩니다. 네. 자, 부산 소식을 전해드리고 있는 홍당당의 시간입니다.
All right, so what's our first news?
네, 부산시가 보건복지부가 주관하는 2024년 지역사회 금연사업 우수사례 평가에서 우수기관으로 선정돼서 복지부 장관 표창을 받습니다. 부산시는 지역사회 금연사업 관리, 또 북구보건소와 부산진구보건소는 보건소 금연클리닉 금연상담, 수영구 보건소는 금연 지도단속 부문에서 각각 높은 평가를 받았습니다.
Right, so Busan City was recognized as an outstanding institution in the Ministry of Health and Welfare's 2024 Community Anti-Smoking Program Evaluation, earning the minister's commendation. Now, notable achievements include effective cessation counseling in Bukgu and Busan Jingu areas, successful enforcement in Suyonggu, and efforts to foster a unique smoke-free environment through surveys, training, and collaborations.
네. 부산에 있는 삼국시대 고분 유적에서 가야사회 무덤이 다수 발견됐습니다. 고촌리 고분군은 철마면에 있는 삼국시대 고분 유적인데요. 운봉산 동쪽 끝에 있는 실로암 공원으로 올라가는 도로와 고촌 신도시 사이에 있는 구릉 지역입니다. 1960년대 후반에 동래 고등학교 향토반 학생들에 의해서 처음으로 알려졌대요. 그동안 학계에서 여러 차례 지표조사를 벌여서 부산박물관이 지난 2021년 정식 발굴 조사에 들어가서 400년 전후 가야 고분군 존재를 확인했는데 이번이 3차 발굴 조사였습니다. 500제곱미터의 조사 구역 안에서 35기의 무덤을 발견했습니다. 무덤의 축조 과정에서 이루어진 다양한 형태의 장례 흔적도 찾아냈고요. 이 무덤 내부에 장례 시에 의도적으로 그릇이나 무기 등을 깨뜨려서 구부리는 이 회기 행위가 확인됐다고 합니다. 또 벽면에 붉은 칠을 한 것은 죽은 자의 유해와 영혼을 이렇게 보호하려는 의도로 또 해석을 할 수 있고요. 부산박물관은 이번 발굴 조사에서 삼국시대 가야 사회가 지녔던 제사관념의 연구 측면에서 아주 중요한 자료를 획득했다고 설명했습니다.
Okay, so a significant number of Gaya tombs from the Three Kingdoms period were uncovered at the Gocheonri burial site in Cheolmameon, Busan. And the Busan Museum announced a public briefing on the findings from the third excavation, which revealed 35 tombs, including wooden, stone, and jar burials, along with evidence of burial customs such as breaking objects and applying red paint for spiritual protection. And the director of the site emphasized that the site's importance in understanding Gaya's history and its potential as an educational resource.
네, 부산시는 오는 20일 오후 시청 어린이 복합문화공간 들락날락에서 부산시 아동의 날 기념 행사를 가집니다. 부산시는 지난 2019년 광역시 가운데서는 최초로 유니세프 한국위원회에서 아동 친화도 신정을 받은 후 아동 권리 존중에 대한 문화 확산과 아동 참여의 장을 마련하기 위해서 전국 최초로 매년 11월 셋째 주 수요일을 부산시 아동의 날로 지정했는데요. 이번 행사는 세이브 더 칠드런 등 아동 관련 유관기관 5곳이 참여해서 아동 체험 공간도 운영하고 또 아동 권리 헌장 낭독, 후원금 전달, 아동 친화도시 조성 유공자 시상, 지역 아동 기념 공연 등도 함께 마련됩니다.
So Busan City will hold the Busan Children's Day celebration on the 20th at City Hall's Children's Complex Cultural Space. As a UNICEF child-friendly city since 2019, Busan established this annual day to promote children's rights and participation. Organizations like Dream Kids and Save the Children will host child-friendly activities with events including a reading of the Children's Rights Charter, performances, and awards for contributors to child-friendly initiatives.
네, 부산시가 2025년 1월 미국 라스베가스에서 열리는 세계 최대 전자제품 전시회인 CES 2025에 참여하는 6개 지역 기업이 7개 분야에서 CES 혁신상을 수상했다고 밝혔습니다. 인공지능 재활용 로봇을 개발한 기업은 지속가능성, 또 에너지 전력, 스마트 시티 등 이 2개 분야에서 혁신상을 받았고요. 턱 관절 질환으로 인한 통증을 완화하는 홈케어 기기를 개발한 사업도 있고, 또 접이식으로 휴대하기 편한 여행용 기타도 있고, 또 탄소 저감과 에너지 효율을 극대화한 난방 시스템 구독 서비스를 제공하는 등의 혁신적인 사업이 이번에 또 인정을 받았습니다.
So 6 Busan-based companies participating in CES 2025, the world's largest electronic show in Las Vegas, have received innovation awards in 7 categories. One earned recognition in 2 categories, sustainability and energy and smart cities for its AI-powered recycling robot. Another was awarded in digital health for its home care device alleviating jaw pain, while another received an award in mobile devices for its foldable travel guitar.
네, 부산 지역 화폐 동백전이 블록체인 기술과 인공지능을 활용해서 시민들의 자원봉사와 또 걷기 포인트까지 적립할 수 있는 시민 플랫폼으로 거듭나게 됩니다. 요즘 걷기, 뛰기 붐이잖아요. 네, 그리고 적립해서 포인트 받거나 또 이렇게 적립해주는 앱 굉장히 많은데 네, 부산시는 내년 2026년 1월에 부산 시민 플랫폼 시행을 앞두고 있습니다. 1단계 서비스를 오는 12월 2일부터 시작할 계획입니다. 블록체인과 AI 기술이 적용된 부산 동백전 앱에서 행정 서비스와 지역 화폐 등을 이용하는 디지털 플랫폼이고 이제 자원봉사와 걷기 포인트까지 적립 가능할 것 같습니다.
Right, so the city of Busan said that it will hold an event called Good Job, Let's Bloom Pizza for students who took on the...
네, 동백전에 대한 이야기 지금 하고 있습니다.
Oh, it's about the Dongbekjeon. My bad. So Busan's local currency Dongbekjeon is evolving into a comprehensive citizen platform utilizing blockchain technology and AI, artificial intelligence, to allow users to earn points for activities like volunteering and walking. And so the city said today that the first phase of the blockchain-based Busan Citizen platform will launch on the 2nd of December ahead of the platform's full implementation in January 2026.
네, 방금 피자 얘기해서 제가
피자.
깜짝 네,
Yes.
부산시가 수능을 끝낸 수험생들을 대상으로 수고했어. 활짝 피자, 꽃처럼.
아,
네,
그렇죠.
그 이벤트를 여는데 네, 근데 진짜 피자 10판을 준다고 합니다.
와우.
네,
That's a
부산시가
lot.
네, 시 공식 인스타그램 이벤트 릴스에 수험생 학교와 학급 또 수험생 격려 댓글을 달면 3개 학급을 선정해서 피자 10판을 선물하기로 했다는 소식이고요. 또 부산시가 청년들과 소통할 수 있는 다양한 장을 마련하기 위해서 댓글 참여자 가운데서 25명을 무작위로 선정해서 부산 청년 응원 캠페인 영부산 프로젝트로 제작한 화장품 살 수 있는 부산 기프트 카드를 전달할 예정입니다.
Nice. Yes, so back to this news. Busan City said that it will hold an event called Good Job, Let's Bloom Pizza for students who took the College Scholastic Ability Test, CSAT. And now participants are encouraged to comment on the city's official Instatang at Busan City, which is the tag name or sorry, handle name, event reel, including the student's school, class, and an encouraging message. And 3 classes will be selected to receive 10 pizzas each. That's awesome.
네.
And also there will be other opportunities for communication with young people. 25 random commenters will be selected to receive a gift card for this cosmetic beauty shop, part of the Young Busan campaign to support local youth.
네, 요즘 소통에 전화를 하거나 직접 얼굴 보고 내가 아는 사람에게 응원을 하는 것도 물론 정말 큰 도움이지만 잘 모르는 사람, 뭐 유튜브나 뭐 모든 것에서 그 응원의 댓글이 정말 큰 힘이 되잖아요.
Sure.
그렇죠. 요즘엔 그래도 악플러들 많이 없는 것 같아요. 제가 보기에는 이제는 그 매너가 형성됐다고 할까?
I hope
굳이
so.
네, 굳이 막 악랄하게 나는 막 마음을 먹는 일부 분들이 계시겠지만 대체로 이렇게 특히 우리 영어 방송의 우리 댓글 보면은 다 이렇게
댓글러들?
따뜻하시고 네네 정말 힘이 된다는 거.
We're actually
Yeah.
we're fortunate to have really good people commenting and watching our show, especially here at Busan 영어방송. So we thank
감사합니다.
everyone for being so kind and so thoughtful.
맞아요. 네, 정말 이렇게 선한 세상으로 이렇게 영향력을 펼치는 건 정말 나의 하나, 한 문장 한 말인 것 같아요.
For sure.
네네.
And that positivity it spreads.
그렇습니다. 네.
이렇게 번지잖아요. 퍼지면서.
정말요. 아주
yes. Positive energy is always best.
많이. 네.
All right.
하하 속담을 드리고 저도 이제 또 갈 시간입니다. 자, 오늘도 역시 빈칸에 뭔가 들어갈 말 데이빗에게 힌트 주셔도 되고 여러분도 한번 같이 맞춰보세요.
All right, it's time for haha time where we get to learn a Korean idiom. So
네.
help me out.
네. 자, 무엇이 누군가가 땅 마련하듯 땡땡땡 땅 마련하듯이라는 속담이 있습니다.
Okay.
네, 이 뜻은 무엇을 하기는 하는데 결국은 아무런 실속이 없이 계속 헛된 일만 한다 이런 일을 비유적으로 이르는 말입니다.
So you're not very efficient with your work. 계속 헛된 일, 계속 땅을 팔려고 하는데 잠깐만요. 땅을 파는 게 아니고
땅을 마련한다라고 하면 땅을 산다?
So you're trying to
땅을 뭐 마련한다. 네.
So you're trying to make pasta, but you end up making nothing but noodles with olive oil in it.
자, 뭐 누가
네.
뭐
I don't know.
누가
It's a bad
땅
idea.
마련하듯 보기 드릴게요.
네.
1번 고양이,
고양이,
2번 도깨비,
도깨비,
3번 임금님.
임금님.
네. 고양이 땅 마련하듯, 도깨비 땅 마련하듯, 임금님 땅 마련하듯.
임금님 땅 마련하듯.
이걸 아시겠어요? 무엇을 하긴 하지만 결국 아무런 실속 없이 헛된 일만 하는 모양을 이르는 말이다.
임금님 땅 마련하려면 너무 힘들잖아요. 그래서 좀 쉬운 걸로 해야 되나? 고양이 땅 마련하듯? 고양이 땅 마련하듯.
고양이 땅.
도깨비 땅 마련 아니야. 임금님으로 할게요. Final answer number 3.
땡.
땡.
네.
그러면 반대 도깨비.
도깨비. 띵동댕.
We had 글러님 texting in the right answer on NoTube Live. Thank you.
네. 힌트 받으셨구나.
Yes.
네. 도깨비 땅 마련하듯.
네. 우후.
도깨비 들어간 속담도 굉장히 많거든요.
네.
네. 도깨비를 사귀었나? 이런 표현도 있어요.
도깨비요?
자신도 모르게 재산이 막 부쩍부쩍 늘어나고 막 성공하는 사람을 보고 옆에 있을 때 잘 모르면 도깨비를 사귀었나? 이렇게 표현하기도 하고 그리고 도깨비 살림이라는 건 또 있어요. 경제적인 면에서 도깨비가 많이 나오는데 이 뭐 어느 때는 잘 살았다가 어느 때는 또 안 됐다가 들쭉날쭉한 경제 사정을 말할 때는 도깨비 살림이라는 표현을 쓰기도 합니다.
만약에 이제 내가 팔면은 올라가고 뭐 이런 거죠. 도깨비 살림.
그거는
주식 같은 거 할 때 when you sell something it goes higher so you miss the profit.
근데 도깨비를 사귀었으면은 막 쭉쭉 계속 올라가야죠.
그래요.
네.
도깨비는 이제 좋은 쪽으로 많이 쓰네요.
아니죠. 또 도깨비가 땅 마련하는 거면 또 계속 헛된 일만 또 한다고 하니까
복잡하네요.
도깨비가 이랬다 저랬다 막 사람을 막 홀리는 그런 느낌이라서 네 그런가 봅니다.
지금은 도깨비에 홀렸나 봐요. 제가 왔다 갔다 하는 거 보면.
도깨비 방송?
Yes,
설마 그건 안 돼요.
네. All right. Well, that's enough. Thank you so much for coming in today with the news updates and the Korean idioms. 홍당당, before you go, today's text topic have been chosen. It is 어디 갔지? 오늘같이 추운 날 생각나는 음식이 있나요? 추워진 겨울에 먹으면 2배로 맛있는 음식 무엇인가요? 세진님이 제안해 주셨습니다. So what's a food you like to eat on a cold day like today?
네.
And what's something that tastes better on a cold day like today?
어릴 때는 진짜 이맘때 붕어빵보다 호빵 맛있었거든요.
What's the difference?
호빵.
호빵 is the 하얀 거, 큰 거.
네네 하얗게.
그 안에 팥 있고,
네네 팥 있고
앙금 같은
만두
거.
들고 야채도 들고 뭐 여러 가지.
오케이.
요즘에는 호빵보다는 또 붕어빵이 더 맛있고요.
6월 도깨비 들었어요. Your 왔다 갔다 선택.
맞아, 도깨비 입맛. 요거는 이거 잘 배웠네, 잘
You've
배웠어요.
been goblinified.
네네네.
네, goblin이잖아요, 도깨비가 영어로.
맞아요. 도깨비 입맛이라서 뭐
네.
이것저것 주면 잘 먹고 이것도 어느 때는 이게 좋았다가 저게 좋았다가 이렇습니다.
그렇군요.
네.
어쩔 수 없습니다. We are human beings.
네, 인간의 매력이 여기에
맞습니다.
있습니다.
여기저기 왔다 갔다 하죠.
네.
Alright. Thank you, 홍당당, for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
네, 뵙겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
That was Hong Dang Dang with us for Busan Is. So what about you guys? What's a food item? What's something that you crave to eat on a cold day like today? We've had 순대국밥이징 먹고 싶다, said Youngnim. 순대국밥. I've always wondered what that is in English. 순대 is... 순대를 영어로 하면은 조금... 별로거든요. I don't like it. intestine, 머시기. Blood sausage. Oh man, that doesn't sound good. 순대는 진짜 맛있는데요. 뭔가 blood sausage라고 하면은 tasteful하지 않을 것 같아요. 네, 하여튼 순대라고 부릅시다. 순대 rice soup. I love it. Yes. 성이름은 saying 전 이렇게 추운 날엔 어묵꼬치가 생각납니다. Ooh, fish cakes on a stick. Love that. 그리고 어묵 국물도요. Perfect. 사실 어묵꼬치만 먹으면 그건 아니죠. You gotta have the combination. You gotta have the 국물 too, the hot soup that comes with it. SHK님 saying 추운 날 밖에서 컵라면 먹으면 맞나요? Delicious. Yes, I love that as well. Do you like the spicy kind, SHK님, or do you like the non-spicy kind? And Ponim also agreeing along saying 물떡, 어묵, 붕어빵, 국화빵. Ooh, 국화빵. What is that? 국화 is chrysanthemum. Is it like a chrysanthemum shaped 빵? Oh, 국화 모양의 빵인가요? Wow, I've never seen one. I have to check this one out. Thank you. What's in it? What's in 국화빵? Is it red bean? Oh, so red bean. Kind of like 호빵. Or is it very similar to 호빵? You can have 야채 in it as well, and beef and everything. I've never had any sort of 국화빵, so I'd love to try it one day. And is it as fluffy as 호빵? 호빵은 엄청 fluffy하잖아요. 빵이 구름같이. 예, 진짜 한 요 정도 되더라고요. Some are really, really big. They have extra large size ones. Oh, I love it. Keep those messages coming in. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. 잠깐 시간 될까? by 이무진.
잠깐 시간 될까? 만날 수 있을까? 별일은 아니고 그냥 보고 싶어 그래 잊지 말고 대답해 줄래 그럼 나게 네 설레 장난치지 말고 내게 답해줄래 어떻게 생각해 만나서 반가워 아마 첫인사부터 이런 맘이었었는지도 몰라 나 이제 내게 다가서려 해 거리를 좁혀보려 해 나 망설이지 않기를 우리가 만약 시작한다면 그 누구보다 예쁘디 예쁠 거라 생각해 혹시 넌 어때 할 얘기가 많은데 마침 너희 집 근처야 혹시나 괜찮다면 잠깐 시간 될까 만날 수 있을까 별일은 아니고 그냥 보고 싶어 그래 잊지 말고 대답해 줄래 그럼 나게 네 설레 장난치지 말고 내게 답해줄래 혹시 근데 말야 내 고백 말이야 답 안 해줬잖아 너는 나 어떤 것 같아 부담 안 가져도 돼 진짜야 나는 괜찮아 마음이 정리될 때까지 기다릴게 내가 그리 갈게 이런 마음을 보내다 보면 널 깨닫겠지만 혹시 그렇게 되진 못하더라도 이 순간만큼은 설렜던 기억으로 남기를 이대로 너와 내 시간이 멈춰버렸음에 아직 우린 아무 사이도 아닌데 난 괜히 그래 할 얘기가 많은데 마침 너희 집 근처야 혹시나 괜찮다면 잠깐 시간 될까 만날 수 있을까 별일은 아니고 그냥 보고 싶어 그래 묻지 말고 대답해 줄래 그럼 나게 네 설레 장난치지 말고 내게 답해 줄래 내가 그리 갈게 잠깐 시간 될까 그 한마디보다 사실 지금 당장 널 보러 가고 싶은데 이게 마음처럼 안 돼 그냥 보고 싶어 나 너 좋아해 말로 다 못할 정도야 널 좋아해 널 보고 싶단 말 날 안아달란 말 너에게 했던 모든 말 전부 다 진심이야 단 한순간도 가볍거나 쉽게 생각했던 적 없어 이젠 너도 답해줄래 내가 그리 갈게
It is time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, last weekend I made dinner at a friend's house, and the dish of the night was 닭볶음탕. It's one of my favorites, but making it home turned out to be more challenging than I expected. My friend and I found a recipe online and started cooking together. But with so many seasonings to add and conflicting methods from endless recipes, it was tricky to get it right. And after 2 long hours, we finally finished. But the taste wasn't what I had imagined. It made me wonder, why does the same recipe taste so different depending on who makes it? You know, when I got home, I decided to search for tips to improve my cooking. And that's when I learned an important lesson. The order of adding seasonings can dramatically affect the flavor. According to experts, the ideal sequence is sugar first, followed by salt, vinegar, soy sauce, fermented pastes like doenjang or gochujang, and finally, MSG. Sugar is added first because its large molecules take time to penetrate the ingredients, evenly distributing sweetness and softening the food, which helps later seasonings absorb better. Salt comes next to lock in flavors by drying out moisture, but adding it too early can prevent sugar from working effectively. Vinegar and soy sauce are best added midway. Vinegar's sharpness evaporates if added too early, and soy sauce can overpower sweetness if added too soon. The key, though, is to taste and adjust as you cook. Achieving balance is all about timing. Wow, armed with this knowledge, I'm ready to tackle cooking again. What should I make for dinner next? Are you guys good cooks? What do you like to cook? What can you cook the best? Now, I'm going to be reading out more messages with regards to our text topic. What's a food that tastes good in the winter? And what's something that you would enjoy more because it is cold? That is today's text topic. 오늘같이 추운 날 생각나는 음식이 있나요? 추워진 겨울에 먹으면 2배로 마시는 음식은 무엇인가요? That is today's text topic. Lots of people have sent in messages with regards to that about 어묵 being one of the best foods to have. 부산 가면 물떡이랑 같이 먹고 싶을 것 같아요. 물떡 is only found in Busan. isn't it? And we've had neither do I 님 saying 붕어빵이랑 호떡, 잔치국수. 잔치국수 is party noodles, eh? I'm kidding. 잔치국수 is thin white noodles made out of flour, I think. 뜨끈한 곰탕, 갈비탕 추천합니다. Anything hot, hot soup is good, I think. And then we've had 군 고구마도 추천합니다요. Yes, hot sweet potatoes, or I guess oven-baked sweet potatoes. That's delicious as well. 돼지국밥에 새우젓이랑 청양고추 넣고 먹고 싶네요. 성이름님 said. 성이름님 taste buds 지금 폭발하셨네요. Listing all the food that they want to eat as well. Me too. 호떡. Definitely. 지훈한님, I agree with you. You gotta have 호떡 in Busan, right? Let's see. 베리님 saying 돌솥 비빔밥, 닭갈비, 부대찌개, mushroom soup. Ooh, are you talking about mushroom cream soup? That's delicious. I love that. Yes. 수제비. Yeah, I agree. 군고구마 seems to be a popular one. 최윤정님 also agreeing with it. And 진리님 saying 군고구마 as well. And 어묵 국물. So many people texting in very similar want to eat foods. I like it. Well, keep them coming in. We have Jimmy coming in for our next segment. Stick around.
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
We have Jimino in the studio.
Hello. This is Jimmy in the building.
Yo, how you doing?
Doing great, as always.
Yeah, you look good.
Thanks,
Look like
man.
you had a fantastic weekend.
Oh, definitely. I had a lot of fun watching Tyson and Jake Paul.
Oh yeah,
fight.
that happened over the weekend. Sunday
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah. The
Saturday?
results.
Yeah.
The results was it what you expected?
Kinda.
Or did you hope for the other person to win?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
I kind of wanted the legendary to be the legend, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We shall not dive deep into this topic of sports because
Right.
it can get quite controversial.
I know.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we're here to talk about events that happened locally here in Busan, not worldwide. I'm sure we love to talk about Tyson and Jake Paul, but
Yeah.
we're gonna stick with Busan today.
Of course, it's actually a local event, but the scale and the size and the popularity, it's actually like, throughout the world. I actually went to G-Star.
G-Star.
Yes.
Oh, Jimino Star.
Jimmy Star, I wish. Yeah. I went there last Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
I couldn't actually make it over the weekend because, we all know that it's like super crowded and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I got my job done over like last Thursday and Friday.
Okay. So for those who might not know what a G-Star is Global Game Exhibition, isn't it?
It is. It's actually a platform that showcases the latest trend from like high tech to like gaming to all the engineers and game programmers gather around. So they do like a B2B to B2C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not only for game fans and game lovers, but also creators to kind of network and meet other gaming, fellow engineers.
For sure.
To perhaps maybe even work for something big projects in the future.
Yeah, like they actually get to gather around and talk about like those future collaborations and also like, publishing a new gaming. It's not just a PC game. Like they cover up like VR to AR and like and also the blockchain technologies.
Exactly. There's also console games as well.
Right.
We've had 고수님 tuning in saying 지민호 환영합니다. 날 추운데 얼굴에 잘생김은 날씨와 관계없이 잘생기심요.
감사합니다.
And Jimmy doesn't know how to respond to that.
Yeah. Makes me shy.
Yeah. All right. So you got to check out G-Star over the weekend.
Yeah.
And that it's full of fun and a lot of events happened. You also got to talk to fans and I'm sure the programmers too, right?
Yeah, I mean, as for this time, I actually got to talk to all the participants and all the visitors who came like from all over the places. And like, I would just like to pinpoint out that it actually finished yesterday with the largest visitor. And it was actually the 20th anniversary of a G-Star.
Oh, so it was held pretty big. And I guess because it was the 20th, we've had Ponem saying, 장원영도 오고
맞아요.
제로베이스 원도 왔대요.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you get to interview 장원영님?
Sadly,
No?
I didn't get a chance to even meet up with Chang Won-young, but
Okay.
yeah, I saw her like photos and everything.
Photos.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see the presence.
No,
아쉽네요.
정말 아쉽죠.
All right, I don't blame you. I mean, it's hard to even be in the
I
vicinity
know.
because she has so many, there are so many fans. Just
Yeah.
probably all crowded in there.
The only reason why I actually went there like 2 days in a row because it actually held in like hall 1 and 2 all combined of a Baxco. So it was really, really large.
Oh, so it wasn't
At a
just a
bigger
single
scale.
venue, but it was
No.
extended onto the hall number 2.
Right.
Wow, okay. I'm
So it
sure
was-
that's
yeah.
the reason why you had to go there twice.
Right, I was like
Gotcha.
all over the places.
Cool. All right. So work needs to be paid off here. You
For
got to
sure.
talk to some people who are participating.
Yeah, actually, as for the first interview, I actually had an interview with Lee Do-kyung-nim, who came all the way from Incheon with his girlfriend. He was not really into games, but then his girlfriend was.
Okay.
So yeah, we kind of had a fun talk together. So let's listen to the audio clip.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드릴게요.
네, 안녕하세요. 인천에서 왔습니다. 안녕하세요.
아, 인천에서 오셨네요. 이번 G스타 방문이 혹시 처음이실까요?
네, 처음입니다.
올해 이렇게 그래도 20주년인데 와보시니까 좀 어떠세요?
생각했던 것보다 규모가 되게 크고 그 사람들도 많고 해서 되게 재미있게 봤었습니다.
평상시에 조금 게임을 많이 하실까요?
그렇게 많이 하지 않고 제 여자친구 따라갔다가 여자친구가 게임을 엄청 좋아합니다.
아, 그러시구나. 그러면 이렇게 지금 크게 1전 시장과 2전 시장에서 다 하고 있는데 어떤 거가 가장 조금 인상에 남으시는지.
저기 그 1전시장에서 하고 있는 제가 게임을 잘 안 좋아해서 이름을 잘 기억 못 하는데 그 약간 한국 심즈 같은 그런 게임이 있었는데 되게 고양이가 되게 귀엽고 규모도 크고 되게 그래서 되게 앞에서 많이 기다려서 봤었습니다.
오늘이 이틀 차인데 내일이랑 주말에도 오실 계획이실까요?
아니요, 저 오늘만 네, 하고 인천에서 올라왔기 때문에 관광도 하고 그러려고 왔습니다.
알겠습니다. 즐겁게 잘 보내시다가 가시길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
What I love about interviewing people from like other region or other cities is that like at the end of the interview or like they always talk about like, oh, after visiting this venue or exhibition, I would like to tour around Busan for the rest of the weekend and
Nice.
stuff. So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Did you also get to recommend where they should go?
Oh yeah,
Like
I did.
off the
I
record,
did.
right?
Yeah, they sometimes ask me,
Yeah.
like, oh, why don't you like give me some recommendations? So
Right.
I just like, pinpoint out like here and there.
Exactly.
But I first always ask them like where they stay though, because it's important.
Definitely. You don't
Right.
want them to go, if they're staying in like, let's say, Nopodong, you don't want them to go eat somewhere in Haeundae, right?
No,
It's too
that's
far.
a bad idea. And they're gonna like
Exactly.
ended up blaming me.
Yeah. They're like, never trust Jimmy again.
Yeah.
All right. So you also got to talk to someone else from another part of the country.
Yeah, I mean, this family actually came all the way from Gimpo, and then his son actually wanted to come to this G-Star, so it was really fun to talk with them. So let's listen to the audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 저는 김포에서 온 김진호라고 하고요. 네, 이번 지스타는 지금 이제 처음으로 방문하게 됐고요. 원래는 옛날부터 오고 싶었는데 아무래도 멀다 보니까 못 오다가 우리 애가 이제 처음으로 그 땡슨에서 시작하는 메이플 땡스를 시작해갖고 갑자기 이 친구가 지스타를 가보고 싶다고. 그래갖고 저도 이제 옛날 나 진짜 가고 싶었는데 까먹고 있었거든요. 그래갖고 그래 뭐로도 요번에 가자. 그래갖고 학교로 빼고 한번 왔어요.
와 정말 이렇게 또 부자지간에 같이 오셨는데 되게 보기 좋아서 제가 또 인터뷰 요청드린 거거든요.
네네.
아드님께 한번 물어볼게요. 막상 오고 싶었던 G스타 와보니까 기분이 어때요?
재미있고 특별해요.
아 특별해요? 그러면 이제 또 저희가 앞으로 1시간 남았고 주말 내내 진행될 예정인데 주말에도 와보실 계획이실까요?
아니 저희가 토요일 표를 못 구했어요.
또 그래도 또 오신 김에 부산도 좀 관광도 하시고
그래서
하실
만약
계획이네요.
내일 못 구하면은 그냥 먹자 투어로 전환해서 부산 먹거리를 먹고 가려고요.
알겠습니다. 또 아드님과 즐거운 시간 보내시길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Yeah, the father always wanted to come, but then because of his son's request, they finally made it through.
Nice.
And then
Okay.
they actually wanted to stay and, participate in this exhibition until the end, but then they couldn't actually get the ticket for the weekend. So.
Yeah, I heard. I've even seen tickets being resold.
Yeah.
So some people were able to. I guess it's limited spaces, limited number of tickets available. So if you
Right.
don't have the tickets, you can't go, unfortunately. And so so make sure if you want to go next year, book the tickets in advance.
In advance, for sure.
All right, another interview we have.
Yeah, finally. I mean, as all you guys know, that I interview people randomly, and then I finally got to interview a person from Busan. So let's hear from the local resident.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
부산 살고 있는 이제 20대 평범한 홍성만이라고.
네, 이렇게 또 부산에 또 거주하시는데 우리 또 G스타가 20주년이에요. 이번 방문이 처음이실까요?
코로나 이전에 마지막으로 참여했었다가 코로나 이후로 이제 조그맣게 이제 열릴 때 이후로는 잘 이제 참여를 못했었는데 이번에 이제 다시 와봤어요.
와보시니까 어떠세요?
확실히 지금 아무래도 20주년이다 보니까 조금 저번보다 좀 더 부스가 좀 크게 많이 들어온 것 같긴 해요.
가장 그래도 일전 시장, 이전 시장 중에서 가장 조금 재미있었거나 기억에 남는 건 어떤 게 있으셨을까요?
일단은 아직까지 제가 지금 온 지 얼마 안 돼가지고 체험을 많이 해보진 않았는데 지금 들어와 있는 대부분의 게임들이나 체험 현장들이 다 지금 좀 색다르고 다 재밌을 것 같아서 좀 많이 한번 참여해 보려고요.
네, 오늘 지금 금요일이에요. 주말에도 혹시나 또 한번 와보실 계획이 있으실까요?
네, 지금 일요일 표도 예매해놨습니다.
와, 알겠습니다. 그러면 주말에도 또 즐겁게 G스타와 함께 잘 보내시길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
He was really, really thrilled about it, and then lucky for him that he even got the ticket for the weekend too. So
Nice. So he was well prepared.
Yeah, he was well prepared, and he
Awesome.
was willing to come back.
So yeah, if you are really into games and stuff, you gotta book all 3 days worth of tickets so that you don't miss out on anything. All right, so that's awesome. You got to talk to so many people from all over the Korea.
Sure.
And I know it wasn't just Koreans who got to go there. I know a lot of my 외국인 친구s were also excited to check out the venue.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for bringing the audio clips to us and also telling us about G-Star and how eventful this thing was. Lots of people have tuned in saying G-Star 작은 아이가 첫째 날 가는데 사은품 한뜩 받아왔어요, said 최윤정님. So I guess there were a lot of giveaways too.
I know.
Yeah, raffles happening.
I actually wanted to line up, but then I was busy interviewing people. So maybe next year, yeah.
You gotta give the visitors chances.
I know.
That's
Definitely.
the tough part of being a reporter.
Right, for sure.
All right, thank you so much for coming in today, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, that was Jimmy with us for 부산핫플. If you guys are interested, make sure next year. Buy the tickets in advance. That's the only tip I could give you guys. All right, we're going to have to wrap things up for the first hour. We'll be back at 5 for our second hour, so don't go anywhere.
부산영어방송.
새로운 다우니. 건조기를 사용하면 섬유유연제 향기가 사라진다고요? 깜짝 놀라실 거예요. 다우니는 건조기를 사용한 후에도 향이 오래오래. 그래서 입는 순간까지. 다우니 7일간 피어나는 향수. 다우니.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산. 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
부산 글로벌 도시재단 대표이사 전용호입니다. 부산은 대한민국의 굳건한 성장 동력으로서 물류, 금융, 영상, 관광, 문화, 디지털, 첨단 산업의 중심지인 글로벌 허브 도시로 나아가고 있습니다. 이를 위해 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 부산을 대표하는 도시 외교의 플랫폼을 지향합니다. 세계 평화도시 부산의 브랜드를 강화하는 부산 UN 유크와 부산 글로벌 도시 포럼, 유라시아 도시 외교단, 개발협력 포럼, 그리고 세계 시민축제는 부산의 소프트 파워의 상징으로 자리매김하고 있습니다. 부산 영어방송도 시민과 함께 영어하기 편한 도시, 세계와 경쟁하며 더불어 살아가는 부산을 만들어가겠습니다. 시민이 행복한 글로벌 허브 도시 부산, 부산 글로벌 도시재단이 함께합니다.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second-long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산.
Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
What's your name and where are you from?
Hello, good day everyone. My name is Rodel and I'm from the Philippines.
All right, Rodel. Now tell us first of all, how long have you been living in Busan?
Well, I actually lived in Busan for maybe 8 years, but I moved to Gyeongsangnam-do. However, you can still say that I am from Busan and it's been 10 years.
All right. Well, I've interviewed you before about other topics, triathlon, Toastmasters Club, but today we're going to talk about bodybuilding. Tell us about the competition you did today.
Actually, this is one of the challenges that I would say quite new to me. And I did it 3 years ago, but now I'm doing it again because I want to see how far can I really go. And surprisingly, it's quite still difficult, I would say. And the journey is really strenuous, but I would say it's really worth it. All the challenges and the struggles, now everything paid off.
Okay, so first talk a little bit about what is a bodybuilding competition. What type of things do you wear and what do you do in the competition?
Well, there are so many categories, like I don't even know the other categories, but there's sports model and like physique, wherein you only wear the shorts. But the one that I joined is called bodybuilding. And this is like a classic bodybuilding poses that we need to do. There are actually 7 bodybuilding poses, but we were wearing a trunks that we think is enough for us to wear in that competition. We need to wear trunks because we need to see the muscles, the muscle definitions, not only on the upper body, but also on the lower part of the body.
Can you describe a little bit about the 7 different poses? What sort of poses are they?
So the first one is the front double bicep. It's like you face the audience showing your double bicep. And of course, your legs needs to be shown as well. And then the next one is the front lat spread, wherein you need to show them your back. But it's like how big your wings are. We call it the wings, but in layman's term, that's how we call it. And then we have the side chest. It's like showing your chest on the side. And then we have the back double bicep. We also have the back lat spread. It's similar to the front double bicep, but just you're facing not on the audience. And then we have the side chest, side tricep. And then we have the most muscular pose. And then we have the abdominal pose. So there were 7 of them that you need to perform. Yeah.
Wow. All right. And also so it's the bodybuilding contest. And tell us a little bit about the weight classes that are involved and what weight you went into.
There were sub 65 kilos, sub 70, sub 75. And that's what I know. And then I joined the sub 65. To be honest, I'm an 85 kilogram guy. That is my normal. But I need to be somewhere in 65 kilograms so that I could like compete, because I feel that my muscles are not really fully developed for the 70 kilograms and 75 kilograms. So I pushed myself to the limits and joined the 65 kilogram competition.
Okay, so tell us, you were at 85 and you lost 20 kilograms. How long did it take you to do this and how did you do it?
Well, I started in June 2024, and the first thing that you need to do is you need to really commit that I would like to join a bodybuilding contest on this day, or like I want to achieve something good on this day. And then as days pass by, I try to monitor myself very closely. Although because of we're not really perfect people. Our environment really affects us a lot on the preparation. And I am working, I have friends that I don't want to make them upset if we have dinner. So I try to really ensure that I still have a social life and while doing the bodybuilding contest. However, I gradually lost weight. That's why I started very early, so that I won't really cram. But apparently I still cram on the last few weeks because I need to be 65 a week ago, but I was like only 70 kilograms. So I lost 5 kilograms in less than a week. But that's just like a little bit extreme that I need to do.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And you can try it too.
Thank you, Tegan, for the awesome and cool and inspirational interview. That was Rodel from the Philippines. And if you're watching us via NotTube, you can see the pictures, the final results of Rodel's extreme, well, I would say amazing body transformation from what he had before to after. You can, wow, I admire the hard work that they put in to get to that level of fitness, right? So Rodel from the Philippines has been living in or around Busan the last 10 years. And he gained interest in bodybuilding 3 years ago. And this year, he joined it for the second bodybuilding competition. And he talked about different categories in bodybuilding competition. And he also outlined, different poses and ways to look good in front of the camera. And how he was in the 65 kilos and under category. But of course, there are different categories. The weight classes are different for almost every other sports, right? So if you are interested, you should give it a go as well. So awesome body transformations. Wow, awesome. All right, you're tuned into For Your Busan. The time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. We're in the second half of the show, and I'm reading out messages with regards to today's text topic. What's something that you like to eat in the winter, and what tastes better on a cold day like today? We've had lots of people texting in saying this food or that food. Finally got to see an image of 국화빵. It's basically circular, kind of does have the shape of the what do you call it? Chrysanthemum flower. So 국화 shaped 빵, basically. That's what it is. And 호빵, how I kind of asked, is it similar to 호빵? 조현철님 saying 어묵 국물이랑 호빵이요. And then he added saying 말리사식 표현하면 폭신폭신빵 이 호빵이겠군요. You're right. So Melissa is we have her as a guest for our Wednesdays Busan 친구 talk in the second hour. She comes in for that, and she sometimes mixes up Korean vocabulary with English words. And so this is the phrase that he was mentioning. 폭신폭신빵. I'm going to ask her on Wednesday if she likes 폭신폭신빵. 최현숙님 tuning in, good afternoon, saying, I'm about to make 간장 소스 닭찜 for dinner. Wow, that's awesome. I usually, now that I think about it, I do love 간장 소스 닭찜 as well. There's also the spicier version, right? And then she also said, I like 팥죽 in the winter. What I realized was when you order 팥죽 in Korea, you often get the rice cake. That's also, they give you the rice cake as well. Is that a common thing? To get rice cake in your 팥죽? And what is that rice cake called? They call it something 떡 that you get with the 팥죽. Let me know, guys. I don't know what that's called, but it's good to have it with the 팥죽. Right. Okay. For some reason, my touch on this tablet is not working, so I'm gonna have to rely on the PC version of the NotTube Live here. What's 풀빵? Wow, glue bread? 풀빵 or grass bread? 겉바속촉 같은 느낌입니다. 되게 맛있어요. 붕어빵보다 좋아해요. 근데 요즘 잘 안 보여요. 풀빵. You don't see 풀빵 these days. I don't know what that is either. I'm going to have to look that up. There's so many 빵 types in Korea. I have yet to check them all out. First, 국화빵. That's difficult to pronounce. 국화빵. And then a second, 풀빵. I'm going to have to check those two out. 팥죽엔 새알심이라고 찹쌀떡에 떡 부분만 들어가죠. Right. 팥죽. So when you have 팥죽, you get 새알심. Now I remember. I think they put that in the during 설날, 새해 때. 그쵸? 새알 그 떡을 넣잖아요. To wish you a good luck for the new year. I think that's what it was. I read that somewhere. Thank you, 성이름님. All right, keep those messages coming in. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is All Good in the Hood by Jamiroquai.
Don't make me
I've got my reasons, but you're cherry picking love grenades, throwing them at me again. Don't let me see you with a sad face. Don't wanna see you smashing up all those dreams. That's the way it's always been. You know that it's all good in the hood tonight. Did I forget to mention a little bit of attention makes the world alright? Makes the world alright. And there's some pain you can't do without. Something you can't do without. That's the pain you tasted when you started walking out. Ooh, mercy, mercy, it's a hard game. When lovers war, and war will never be the answer. I feel that rage again. This is the storm you love to ride on. Your face is thunder, tears are falling down like rain. On my window pane, keep on saying it all. It's all good in the hood tonight. In the hood tonight. All good in the hood tonight. Did I forget to mention? Ooh, baby, a little bit of tension makes the world alright. Makes the world alright. And there's some pain you can't do without. Something you can't do without. That's the pain you tasted when you started walking out. Walking out on me, yeah. Walking out. Walking out on me, yeah. Walking out. Walking out on me, yeah. Walking out. All good in the hood tonight. In the hood tonight. All good in the hood tonight. Did I forget to mention? A little bit of tension makes the world alright. Makes the world alright. And there's some pain you can't do without. Something you can't do without. That's the pain you tasted when you started walking out. Walking out on me, yeah. Walking out. Walking out on me, yeah. Walking out. Love grenade on me, yeah. Throwing them at me again. Oh, cherry picking love grenades, throwing them at me again. Walking out all good in the hood.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da. Zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, nache, pagal stupid man.
It is Zooby Dooby time, which means it is time for a quiz. I'll be asking you what to do, and you have to send me the answer or just participate. Because today is acrostic poem contest. You'll have to give me a 2-line acrostic poem based on a word I'll be choosing. The word of the day for today is 가요. Now, 가요 can mean two things, right? I'm going. Or, what's the other meaning for 가요? Sing? Song. So, it's either a song or I'm going. So, depending on how you look at it, you can send me a 2-line acrostic poem using the word 가요. 오늘은 가요로 이행시를 지어보도록 하겠습니다. 이 멋진 시를 보내주신 분들 중 추첨을 통해 선물을 드리겠습니다. So yeah, send it to pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101 a KakaoTalk message by looking for and searching us as a friend at 부산 영어방송 or Notubu Live, as we are streaming live right now. And if you happen to see lots of people participating because they are having fun, so join in on the fun and let me know your 가요 이행시. To give you a head start, I guess, I'll give you my acrostic poem of using the word 가요. 가수 할 거면 요들 불러요. Do you guys know what yodeling is? Yodel. I don't know how to yodel. That was so bad. But anyway, that was my 가요 이행시. Send me yours. 악플러에게 보내는 이행시인가요? Oh, you mean ponym? Oh, ponym sent in one. And 성이름님. Alright, 성이름님, I'll read your first. 가자미 요함. What's 가자미 요함? What's 가자미 요함? No.
가자미 fish.
Huh?
가자미 fish.
Yeah, what's 요함? 가자미 요함? I'm not sure yet. And then we had a poem saying 가요 저 멀리 가버려요. 여기 오지 마요. And then with that, 성인님 asked if it's meant for 악플러들. Because earlier we had, I was thanking all our listeners for being so kind and thoughtful, only sending good things to all of us to spread the positive energy, the positivity. And then I think Ponim said there was one bad person who was leaving bad comments and blah, blah, blah. And that person has been blocked and whatnot. And so Songnidim was joking around if this ihangshi was meant for, the people who are bad. 악플러. What is 악플러 in English? That's a good question. 악플러. People who write bad comments. Keyboard warrior? But that's not 악플러. You could write a lot, Yeah, 악플러. Bad commenters. Evil commenters. There must be a word that I just... Haley's coming in soon, and Haley knows everything, so we'll have to ask Haley. 가지마! 요기게입니다. What's 요기게? And then 성이름 새 가라가. 요금은 내고 가라. Go away. But make sure you pay first. 가을 제대로 못 즐긴 것 같은데 요거 봐라. 벌써 겨울이라네. Oh, I like that one, poem. I like it. Very witty. Yeah. 가을이 왔는데 벌써 갔네요. Is what poem is saying here with the 이행시. All right, keep them coming in. We'll take a quick song break. This is Sweet Talker by Years and Years.
You wrote a romance, slow dance your way into my hands before I knew. You found my deepest weakness, couldn't keep a secret that it was you. And trying not to give in, but you always know what to say. Oh why do I listen to promises you're gonna break? You're such a sweet talker, you made me believe every lie was a beautiful sound. You're such a sweet talker, man of my dreams. Tell me where are you now? Sweet talker. Taste it, nothing can replace this craving I got. Just another moment, hoping I could be the only one that you want. And trying not to give in, but you always know what to say. Oh why do I listen to promises you're gonna break? You're such a sweet talker, you made me believe every lie was a beautiful sound. You're such a sweet talker, man of my dreams. Tell me where are you now? Sweet talker. Tell me where are you now?
It is back to Zubi Zubi time. Zubi Dooby time, not Zubi Zubi. Bad David. Anyways, we're in the middle of our quiz. I asked you to send me a 이행시, 2-line acrostic poem using the word 가요. Lots more. I mean, 오늘 이행시를 너무 많이 보내주시는데요. I'm gonna have a hard time reading all of them. 강성헌님 tuning in saying 가시나요? 요래 허파 TV 놓고 잠깐만요. I think I've heard this from one of the TV shows that's airing on that thing, right? OTT. 가시나요? 요래 TV 놓고? 강성원님, thank you. I like that. Cool. 영님 also texting in. 가자. And this other word, I was told not to say it. 제이승님 also saying 가렵다 정말로 거기 말고 여기 긁어봐라. 제이승님, I like that. That's cute. That's 귀엽네요. Maybe you have your family member, you know, doing a little back massage for you, and you're like, and then you start to itch. 가렵다 정말로. 거기 말고 여기 긁어봐라. Oh, nice. I like it. Okay. Keep those coming in. Let's see. We've had a few more on NoTube Live as well. 가지마, 갈 눈물, 가자마자. Some, I guess, brand names I cannot say. Oh, okay, I can change that. Okay, 성일임은 said 가자마자 요거트 먹어야지. Yes, I can say that. All right, let's see. Anything else? 가라고요? 여기로요? 지훈정님, 가을이 가버리고 겨울이 오네요. 여기 for your 부산 들으면서 겨울 데뷔하겠습니다. Oh, I like it. 가요로 이행시 하는데 여기선 다시 생각하래요. That's good. I like this wittiness. Ooh, 천재. You know, we have so many 천재 people here. Genius, very smart people on NoTube Live participating. I think our Chaka will have a hard time choosing the winner for this one. Any text messages? We have 4129번님 texting in for the first time. Welcome to For Your Busan saying 가을이 지나가고 드디어 겨울이 왔네. 요즘같이 추운 날에 다들 감기 조심하세요. Oh, yes, very thoughtful of you. I like it. Thank you for tuning in and texting 4129번님. All right, that's it. Okay, we're going to take another song break and we'll be right back. This is Follow You by Imagine Dragons.
Number all night. I'm always on your team. I got your back, alright. Taking those losses if it treats you right. I wanna put you into the spotlight. If the world would only know what you've been holding back. Heart attacks every night. Oh, you know it's not right. I will follow you way down wherever you may go. I follow you way down to your deepest low. I'll always be around wherever have to give herself enough love. She live a life hand in a tight glove. I wish that I could fix it for you. But instead I'll be right here coming through.
Welcome back. That was Follow You by Imagine Dragons. And yeah, we're in the middle of our acrostic poem contest. I asked you guys to send me a 2-line acrostic poem using the word 가요. 가요로 이행시 받고 있습니다. We've had a few more afterwards. We had Benny님 saying 가을 아침 여기입니다. Yeah. 가을 진짜 가을 아침이 온 것 같죠. I feel like the fall weather, the fall morning has finally come to Busan. Although I have to say it's a bit colder than just a regular 가을 아침. Usually I would expect to have it like 8 to 9 degrees, but I heard it was like 5-ish today. Quite chilly, quite cold. Let's see, do we have any other 이행시 using the word 가요? Nope, but we have a winner. Okay. Yes, we do have a winner. We're going to give away 커피 한 잔 쿠폰 to 고수님 축하드립니다. Congratulations, you win a 커피 한 잔 coupon. And thank you all for texting in and participating. It was a whole lot of fun. Now, there's a word I know Youngnim had sent in one and Neilnim had sent in one, but I don't think I could say that word, so I skipped it. But it was like, okay, I'll skip that. I won't say that word, but it says, 나나나야, 퍼뜩 안 오고 뭐하노? 요리 온나 저리 말고. You guys can guess what that word could be, right? And then a Youngnim also said that one too. 영어 잘하고 싶나? 요거 한번 들어보래. For your Busan. I like it. Thank you guys, Youngnim and Neilnim. All right. Okay, we'll go right into our next segment because Haley is in the studio for Busan's Tale 꼬.꼬.부.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
We have Haley in the studio for Busan's Tale 꼬.꼬.부.
Hello, hello. On
Peekaboo.
this spooky, windy, chilly, well, it looks like night.
Yes.
Afternoon, evening.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's dark outside.
It is dark.
When did sun set?
5:30, 5:20? I think so,
진짜요?
yeah.
와,
요새
요즘 진짜 빨리.
진짜 일찍 져요.
맞아요.
네.
그래서 밤이 길고 낮이 너무 짧으니까 뭔가 일찍 자야 될 것 같아요.
그냥 늦게까지 자고 싶어요.
늦게까지.
Yeah, I just want to sleep in. All I want to do is sleep in.
Yeah, me too. 저희도 곰처럼 하이버네이션 할까요?
Yeah,
That'd be
let's
so
do
nice.
it. Let's do it.
그죠. We should do that, PD님, yeah? 장PD, you
Have a
agree?
hibernation break.
Right. He agreed.
겨울잠 휴가.
Okay,
Yeah.
so starting tomorrow, our show will go from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, right. And then you're going to go hibernate? Nice, nice.
All right. Anyway, here for Busan Tales. But before we dive into that, as usual, why don't you give it a try for today's?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay,
이행시.
all right. Maybe some old-timey listeners know what I'm doing. All right.
Okay,
Give me the 가.
Okay, ready? 가.
David, 가위바위보. 가위바위보.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo.
요 땡르트 하나 사줄게요. 내가 졌으니까.
요땡 루트?
요 구땡트. All right, one more. 가위바위보. 자꾸 써. 요 땡르트 하나 더 사줄게요. Because if I won, I was going to ask you to say 요거트 아이스크림에 땡땡 사주라고.
I see. I got you. You're trying to be witty here.
I know. I'm trying to get expensive ice cream out of you. I am also horrible at 가위바위보.
I was just lucky.
No, I do lose to my second grade nephew.
것 같아요.
그런 것 같아요.
네.
왜냐면 저는 제 2학년 조카한테도 지거든요.
Oh, really?
I tell him to do something. 그거 뭐 갖고 와. And he's like, 이모가 갖고 와. And I'm like, 가위바위보에서 진 사람이 갖고 와. And I go.
So then what's a game that you know you have a higher chance of winning?
말싸움, just general arguments.
끝말잇기.
끝말잇기. Yeah,
you know a lot of vocabulary.
Right.
그렇죠. 역시 vocabulary 끝말잇기는 저는 질 겁니다. 아마도.
Good to know.
All right. Well, you're here for Busan Tales. I was actually going to go right into it, but we just had a belated message with 이행시 today. I wanted to read this one out. 거비님, I think tuning in for the first time and texting in for the first time, saying 가지가지 영어방송 다 들어봤지만 여기 for your 부산만큼은 좋은 곳이 없네요. Wow. 거비님, you're the new VIP of
You're a new favorite.
BFM.
Yeah.
감사합니다, 거비님. But anyway, let's go right into Busan Tales.
Can I address something?
Oh, yeah.
One of, I think 포님 said 머리 묶음 뭐 처음 봐요. It's their first time with my hair up. I did wash my hair. 약간 찔리거든요. 머리를 감았습니다.
아, 그래요?
감았어요.
Slightly shiny한데요?
아니 그건 그냥 윤기가 나는 것뿐이야. 감았지만 and then I went to work out and then it was like a big mess. So it's up. And then with the wind it was a bigger mess. So it's up. I don't know.
I realized you have a 곱슬머리.
I have really, really curly hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's time for me to go get this mess straightened.
Yeah.
But until then, it's here.
What's your last name?
서.
Okay, never mind. I was wondering if you're like in the same,
Are
lineage.
you Kim?
Yeah. I have 곱슬머리 too.
Like millions of Kims in the country.
I know.
Anyways, now that we've sidetracked that much, we're going to go back to Busan Tales. All right, so the weather, cold. Although I really like this temperature. I'm a fan of the crispness, but the temperature kind of jumped from like late summer, which was this weekend, like 20s.
It was really nice.
To like winter.
Under 10.
Full out winter, under 10. So it's like short sleeves t-shirt weather to like light padding weather in 24 hours.
Right.
And it's really easy to get sick. Definitely bundle up, stay active, wash your hands, my goodness, and cough into your elbows. And finally, eat well. 잘 먹기.
맞아요.
So if someone told you to like 잘 먹어라, 보양식, like 몸 챙겨라, to eat something to like get your energy level up, to take care of yourself, what's your go-to?
Oh, 삼계탕 probably.
Oh, classic. Very classic.
Yeah, it's got a lot of herbal stuff in there. You have the...
like the 한방 삼계탕? Like with the...
Yeah, 대추 and everything.
어른이네요.
And then they give you... I know 삼계탕, you usually eat that for the 복날's in the summer. But I think it's also good to have it in the winter.
I mean, it's a great source of protein. And you put some vegetables on the side. It's like good 탄탄지, protein, fat, and carbs going on.
What about you?
Me, 해물탕.
해물탕. Wow, I haven't had 해물탕 in a while because I usually, when you think of 해물, you think of 짬뽕 for me.
Oh.
But I haven't had legit
seafood.
해물탕.
I know a good place. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I went, as you can tell, because I'm drooling, we love talking about food. And not just privately, but also officially.
Yep.
I love coming here to talk about food. By the way, we have covered some quintessential Busan foods like 밀면, that was on April 1st of this year, and 돼지국밥, that was for our 추석 special, September 16th. So check that out. But for this week, we're going to talk about a series of Busan-based foods, but with the theme, the outside. The weather outside is frightful, so we're going to eat a mouthful of warm, hearty hibernation fare.
Okay.
Appropriate. We were talking about hibernation. So Busan food, their cuisine, it's been shaped by many things.
Okay.
First, we have the geography, so the seas, but also the river, which gives us like freshwater seafood as well, the mountains, and all of that. And then historical factors to consider.
Yeah.
Because we are so close to number one, Japan. So there was a long history of invasion, but also cultural influx. At the same time, in the contemporary times, the Korean War.
Yeah.
And that has definitely brought cuisines from all over the country to us. And then just kind of that, the economic need breeding new types of foods. So one trait of Busan's cuisine, it comes from the weather because not today, but even today, when it's cold, there's cold and then there's Busan cold, which is not cold.
Not that cold.
Talk to anyone in Daegu, Gyeonggi, Gangwon, and they're
Exactly.
you guys are wearing long paddings in what degrees?
Exactly.
They're like, what now? So, even on a day like today where other areas, I think Chuncheon this morning had negative 0.2 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
And we're
wow.
like, what?
Yeah.
In November? That's
I heard
insane.
freezing temperatures all over northern part. Yeah.
Exactly. So warmth, when that translates to cuisine, that equals salt.
Oh, salty food.
Salty foods.
Yeah, maybe culture shock as well. The kimchi I used to eat in Canada didn't have 젓갈 in it.
Right,
Until
right.
I came to Busan, my halmoni made kimchi and I found something slimy in the kimchi and I was like, oh
And it's
no, this
it
is
has
super
eyes. It has a face.
organic. I thought it was super organic kimchi,
Oh my
made
gosh.
outside or something.
Right.
Then I asked my grandma, I'm like, what is this slimy thing? She's like, oh, it's 젓갈.
Yeah, 새우젓.
I don't know what kind
Something,
of jar. It was some
젓갈.
other.
Right.
It didn't look pleasing at first, but knowing what it is now, I can eat it.
Right.
I think it is 굴젓.
Oh, that explains the slimy. Because I was like,
Yeah.
how big were those little shrimp?
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
but-
Salted oysters.
Exactly. So it's salty for a reason. Can you tell us why?
And that is preservation. Because this is, by the way, I have my sources. According to the Korean Folk Culture Encyclopedia, 한국 민족 문화 대백과사전, and I'll say this in Korean. 남부 지방으로 갈수록 음식에 간이 세어져 매운맛도 강하고 양념과 젓갈을 많이 쓰는 경향이 나타난다.
Oh, that explains it.
So the further down south you go, the food tends to have more seasoning, more salt, more species and salted fish, the 젓갈. Because when the weather is warmer, and that's why spring to summer is peak food poisoning season, food goes bad more quickly.
Yeah.
So what do? You salt it. You
make
salt
it saltier
the heck out
and
of it.
saltier.
Because the more seasoning it does have a certain level of preservation effect.
Yeah.
Although nothing's safe. I mean, right now, these days, we have refrigerators and we have kimchi refrigerators.
Right.
Some homes have multiple fridges. Listeners, how many refrigerators do your homes have?
When my mom in Canada, once again, said that she wanted to buy kimchi refrigerators,
You're
back
like,
then I'm
what?
like, why are we buying another refrigerator? Why?
Because
but
you
then
need
now
it.
I know.
Because also you can never have too many fridges.
You cannot mix kimchi in a regular. You cannot put that there because it's
No.
gonna make all your other food taste like kimchi.
아 맞아요. And smell like kimchi.
Yeah.
근데 또 김치는 그 적절한 온도가 필요하거든요.
맞아요.
Yeah.
For fermentation.
My family we had a kimchi fridge all throughout our time in the States.
Okay.
So,
well, this is
yeah.
very timely that you brought this because today's text topic was what is a food that you like to eat on a cold day like today? So, what Busan-based food do you recommend on a chilly day like this?
So I sent our producer, a few photos to put up on our YouTube.
Okay.
Because this is what I do for you. I went out and had fish cakes today for lunch as research for this segment.
Wow.
You guys,
Hardworking Haley.
I know. 진짜 제가 이거 영수증 처리할 거예요.
와, 열정 넘치네요.
I know, all my 1,500원 worth of, and that's a lady putting it into the soup.
Yeah.
So almuk fish cakes.
Do you know why they make it 꼬불꼬불 like that?
Well, because how are you going to stick it on the stick?
You could have multiple sticks.
Well, that's weird. Yeah, it's necessity.
fold it in a different way.
That's my hand with the soup. Because
Okay.
there's something great about there's eating hot food on a hot day.
Yeah.
And then I love eating outside, something hot outside when it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
And, it just warms you up. Like, where your outsides are cold, but your inside is so nice and warm.
This is true Korean K-food culture.
Street food.
Wow.
Super duper. I mean, how many photos did I take? I don't know. I was like... Gazillion. So fish cakes, omuk.
Yeah.
This also has geographical ties because it is processed fish. It's like fish, the flesh, the meat, and some vegetables with flour fried. But you do need good access to high-quality seafood to have high-quality fish cakes.
Yeah.
It also has historical connections because the practice of making omuk did come from Japan, or at least early omuk makers in Korea. They learned the technique from Japan.
Yeah, that's why we called it something else before,
Yeah,
right?
the O thing.
Yeah.
O something. So the city and actually the country's very first fish cake production company is, I'll say the name once, 삼진 땡땡, the fish cakes.
Right.
And its founder, Mr. Park Jae-deok, he learned the skills in Japan and he opened up this tiny, tiny store in Bongnae-dong in Yeongdo, and the year was 1950. So this does go back quite a bit. And it was a little panjat집. It was a little shanty house with these like metal plates that he even rented. So he didn't even have enough money to own. And this is definitely humble beginnings for a huge kind of an empire that would become a massive corporation.
Exactly. When you think of omuk, you automatically think of this brand that we just talked about.
Right. But then for him, though, this was the perfect spot because Yeongdo back then in 1950, it was refugee central. And Yeongdo Tari, the little bridge, and we've covered that as one of our earlier episodes, like a meeting spot for everyone, for refugees to try to meet their families, people selling things, a place of business. So, and so a lot of port traffic as well. And also supply of fish, a ton, like I'm talking probably literal tons of fish. Because the main ingredients to make omuk back then was what's called 풀치, which is like a tiny baby 갈치, so small belt fish.
Okay.
And then 깡치, which is baby 조기, small baby corbina. So although it's processed, once again, if you have good ingredients, you get really good final products. So pretty yummy fish cakes.
Okay.
And by the way, the spot where when you go to Nampo-dong, the big L department store is located right now, that used to be a fish market. So he would get the fish from the source. And the thing is, it's not the days of early morning deliveries, same day deliveries as we do today, because the only mode of transportation, they were bicycles and hand-pushed carts, like ryoka.
Right.
So you couldn't have like far deliveries, because how far can you go on a bicycle? At least with like fish on the back.
It's going to be very heavy and tiring.
Exactly. So, having that quick access to a fish market meant freshness, expedited access.
So he had no choice but to live in that area or work in that area.
Exactly. So this affordable but still fairly filling and of course tasty, most importantly of all, it gained a lot of popularity amongst the refugees because, the one thing refugees don't have is a lot of resources.
Wow, historically very significant.
Right, absolutely. And in just 3 years, Park grew his business to a large company, 삼땡 식품.
Okay.
And this signals the official beginnings of the country's oldest fish cake company. So the year would be 1953. And the thing is, although for that particular company, the headquarters has been relocated to Changnim. It's still in Busan. But if you go to that particular spot in Yeongdo, there's still a museum and a store where the original location was.
Oh, wow. So they kind of kept it.
Yeah. And it is like a museum. You see the old photos and old machines are there, and I think you can have classes there. And what's really meaningful is that it also birthed smaller, or which would grow larger, but other later omuk companies, because former employees, they learned the skill and they were able to leave and open up their own business. And it's kind of what that particular bakery in Tegan did as well. It's what happens when you have like a giant in the industry and it breeds, a giant factory or a skills, artisan, and it kind of breeds the entire industry because he creates like, students, 태자. And interestingly, we talked about how the initial omuk makers had to learn the skill from Japan. Busan imports our fish cakes to Japan now.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's flipped.
So it's reverse.
That's exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Love it.
exporting Korean food to Japan.
Exactly. It's so definitely we've turned that around to K food, K fish cakes. And it's definitely a seasonal delicacy. Love it on a cold street, as you can tell. But do you have a favorite type? Because there are the wavy kind, the thin wavy kind, and the long stick kind.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it, I like the wavy one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The thick sausage-like one is very...
Because I think the wavy ones, because they're thinner, they absorb more of the broth.
That's right.
Yeah.
맞아요. 이게 좀 얇고 이렇게
흐물흐물하면
꾸물꾸물한 게 스펀지처럼
맞아요.
흡수를 더 많이 해요.
맞습니다.
그 국을.
그 육수를 흡수하잖아요.
네, 그래서
국물을.
더 맛있는 것 같아요.
And then though, 물떡. Because you saw in the picture of the other fish cakes.
The white one.
The white big rice cake. The long rice cake on a stick. That is unique to Busan and Gyeongnam. Because that is foreign to other areas, but people really love it because the rice cake also soaks up the salty broth and has that like lovely seasoning, salty seasoning to it. And the rice cake, it's all soft but still chewy.
Yeah.
Interestingly, that rice cake also impacts the broth.
Oh, wow.
Because if you think about it, that's starch and that's also sweetness.
Okay.
So it
Makes
kind of
sense.
oh my god, guys, I'm drooling so much. My apologies. It's
드시고 온 거 아니에요?
아니 진짜 아유 근데
네.
먹을 만큼 못 먹거든요. But it sweetens the broth and
Yeah.
thickens it.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, I don't know if you cook that much Korean food, but sometimes when you cook soup, people, moms especially, will use the water that they rinse the rice with, 쌀뜨물.
아, 맞아요.
And it's basically 쌀뜨물, but from 떡, because 떡 is made from rice.
That's why when you make 떡국, the more you boil, the thicker the soup gets.
I love it. It gets really, really rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys are making me hungry, said Pure Brightnim.
Guys, I'm making myself hungry.
And they actually added, he went to, or probably Pure Brightnim said, I went to Gwangjang in Seoul, and amuk was way smaller, not as tasty compared to Busan.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. You gotta have the authentic one here
And
in
my
Busan.
theory is because even the broth, it has 물떡 in it, so it has that like thickening impact.
Right, multak is not imported up to Seoul, I guess.
No, I guess not. I guess not. And then one more thing, because we have a little bit of time. And we're going to go to a second Busan food. By the way, this series is going to continue to next week. And then, whatever weeks later, but at least to next week. 동래파전.
Oh, I was going to ask if it's hotdog because Frednim just texted in hotdog.
hotdog. I don't think that's unique to Busan. But then, of course, we have the seed.
We do have that particular variation that's popular in Nampodong.
But then, I'm going to go on a limb. Buy hotdog, get it as takeout.
Okay.
Throw that in a air fryer. And also eat it with vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
Chef's
yes.
kiss.
너무 맛있는데요, 생각해보면.
Right.
Okay, 동네파전, let's do
Anyways,
it.
oh my god. So if you're thinking the crispy fried pancakes, you might be disappointed if you have 동래파전. Because that's not the point. Like because there's like the thin pizzas and then there's like deep dish Chicago pizza.
Okay.
동래파전 would be like the equivalent of a deep dish pie.
Is it?
It is. It's more, it's softer. It's filled with a lot of seafood and it's bits of sauce inside that gives it that red tinge.
But you could kind of have a 겉바속촉 maybe a little bit.
Okay, well, then I suggest you also get a takeout, throw that in your air fryer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Refry it.
Yes, refry it. But interesting theories about this particular combination. 동래 apparently had scallions or green onion fields. Back around Kumjong Mountain. Right, so like a lot of papat. And green onions are at their softest and the most fragrant in the spring. So combine that with like local spring seafood for these pancakes.
Perfect combination. Wow.
But then as to how they got so popular, well, 동래 apparently was home to a lot of traditional markets and these hostess bars, 요정, as they were called back in the olden days with like 기생, the artisan, the ladies of the night.
Okay.
So these pancakes were served at those venues because they are a great accompaniment to drinking, to alcohol,
the guests, I guess.
to your 막걸리. And so that was the end of the Joseon dynasty to the occupation period. I don't know how historically accurate this is, so this is kind of a sidebar. Please take this with a grain of salt. But then there's another myth of sorts. That during the 임진왜란, the Japanese invasion of Korea, the people of 동래, because there's a fortress. There's an upsong there.
Right.
They try to fight off invaders. I mean, when they ran out of arrows, swords, and spears and actual weapons, like as last resort, they started throwing green onions at them.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy, yes, indeed. In so many ways, of course, probably wasn't very successful as actual weapons.
Sure.
But, you get the spirit. So that's kind of how that also transpired into the cuisine.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. So whether we're talking about 동네 파전, 어묵, or 물떡, 'cause food is, of course, food. It's delicious, but it's not just about nutrition. It's sustenance. It sustains you. But if you think about it, it also sustains the spirit and the culture of our city.
For sure.
So definitely Busan's food is what makes Busan, Busan. Yeah.
Wow. With all that history in mind, I'm going to have to eat 어묵.
Right?
With a different mindset. I'm like, oh, look at this deep history connected
Exactly.
to these 어묵 and the soup as well.
And it makes it that much more delicious.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the beautiful, amazing insight. Once again, Haley. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
And that was Haley with us. Wow. Learned so much. How about you guys? Do you guys have a different take on 어묵 now that you kind of know the history as well? You're tuned into For Your Busan. The time is 5:53. We do have to slowly wrap things up. Thank you all for tuning in. 동네 파전. I might have that again soon as well. The last song for today is Lose Control by Teddy Swift.